is sunny out here today. Not a cloud in the sky. Toodles decided that she was going to join me out here today. So today, in solar technology, we're going to burn some shit. But first, I need a cigarette. Find my focal point. Look at that. Pretty cool, huh? Watch what's next. All right, so you might be asking, what the heck was that? Well, it's a parabolic mirror. So this was given to me by a student. He got it off Amazon, came out of China. It's got a little thing there to hold your cigarette or a stick of wood or any kind of thing. And you just point it towards the sun and get the focal point right. And you can set anything on fire. I made a larger one out of just a satellite dish, an old satellite dish, and some tinfoil. So this won't set anything on fire, but you can see how intense the light gets there. It gets pretty hot, so we could actually, make some soup or something if we could set up a platform there to focus that long enough. But it's, it's a simple fix. It's a simple make. So some of the things that we're going to be doing today is I'm going to be using a magnifying glass. This came out of a TV. And then we're going to be setting some stuff on fire with this big bad boy. And this is also out of the same TV. And it's pretty cool when things happen. So let's start burning some stuff. What do you think? Our magnifying glass and our piece of styrofoam. Come over here on our block. Put the styrofoam down. And then I'm going to try to find the focal point. And you'll see it happen real quickly when I do. See what it's done? I know, you gotta let your eyes adjust, right? Try it again. All I'm doing is burning that plastic, melting it. And look at that. Is that cool or what? Let's try it on a piece of wood. So I've got a piece of plywood here. Find that focal point. And look at that. That quickly. Now let's play with the big bad boy. So I've set it up and I've got it, I think, pretty much focused in on that block there. And I'm going to test it with this piece of styrofoam. And sometimes you got to play with it a little bit to find the focal point. And I may not have found it. You got to really be careful too. Oh yeah, right there it is. Look at that. Melting right in two. Quick fire. Burns it really quickly. I found my focal point of my Fresnel lens, and I put a piece of wood down there, and it's already started burning. So obviously you can put down the styrofoam and it's gonna cut through it in a heartbeat. No problemo. I gotta be real careful about my hands. I can't put my hands down there because it'll burn it off in a heartbeat. You wanna know how quickly? Let me throw this piece of plywood down there. Immediately it starts smoking. So you can see how fast that thing works. So now I'm going to put a penny down there, and let's see what that does. Okay, so right there on the penny. So look at that penny, man. It's shot. Absolutely shot. It's about a quarter. Can I do a quarter? Wonder if I can do a quarter, because it is, you know, it's not dark like the penny. Will it melt as well? Let's find out. That thing is red. Now the question is, will the quarter reflect the light and not allow it to heat up, or will it do just like the penny? Remember, the penny is a darker color. So that thing is red hot right now. I can see a little bit of molten lava on it there. Man, that thing is hot. It is red. Still pretty solid, even though it is super, super hot. Let's get the imaging camera and see how hot it is. This is a thermal imaging camera. I'm gonna see if I can see what's going on this. I am so blind, I cannot see what the temperature is. I'll have to wait until I edit it so that I can see what the temperature is, because I cannot, I'm so blind right now, I can't see anything. I'm sweating all over the phone as well. So the image shows us that this little area right here is over 500 degrees. The hottest that this thing would read is 518, and that's right here. And we all know that in order to melt that penny, so copper melts at about 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit, and zinc melts at about 800. So you can understand how that penny really got real quick. Man, I'm dripping in sweat. That thing's still pretty solid. Sun has moved a little bit. Let's put her back more in the sun. It's charring that wood like crazy. Let's move it over here. Look at that. That thing is so hot that I can make a design in the wood with it. It's so hot. Is that not cool or what? Again, I got to be really careful. Just think, if we took the magnifying glass, if we could hold it there, what it would really be like. Intensify that sun even more. I cannot melt this thing. It will not melt, even though it's super hot. It will not melt. Let's go see what else I can find. Okay, I have a couple of old washers, and we'll see what that does. Still pretty solid there. But it is super hot. Still not melting that washer. Sometimes I lose my focal point because I get so blind. I'll tell you one thing, it's working my old solar panel all to pieces. I'm sweating like you wouldn't believe. I really ought to have my hat on. Okay, I've got another penny here. Let's melt this penny here. Sizzle. Sizzle, 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 and that penny is gone. That quick. Gone. Done for. Kaput. How about an old radar detector? Case is still hard, but that plastic is just shot. Look at that. Plastic water bottle cap. And I've got some dried epoxy here. Let's see what happens to that. Let's try a piece of slate. Look at that. It's flaking that slate off. I may have to go to the eye doctor after this. Let's try a piece of hardy board siding. Let's see what that's done. How about a pine cone? Notice that it's trying to open up. In the Forest Service, we would collect cones and put them in a heater to open them up so that we could artificially inseminate them. Alright, lastly but not least, an old cell phone. Let's see what happens to this. Back up a little bit in case the battery explodes. Don't try this at home. Turn this thing sideways in the sun, and that's what it done to a cell phone. And there's what the piece of hardy board siding looked like. So if you ever build your house like this and there's a wildfire, you shouldn't have a problem with it. So we have the quarter that didn't melt. We had the washer that didn't melt. That was our piece of plywood. Our piece of hardy board siding. The piece of slate. The pine cone. The epoxy. What's left of the cell phone. What's left of the radar detector. And what's left of the mushroom. And here was the rock that we set afire. What do you think, huh? Ha! So, the sun is pretty powerful, and we can do a lot of things with it. Whew. I'm gonna get back in the air conditioning. See you guys.